I want to introduce Professor Sanni. Professor Sanni has been a very good friend to Sierra Leone. He's a giant from IITA, Basics, and CFC and all. He has been coming to Sierra Leone just immediately after the war until today. If we are here today, he's one man behind this initiative. Professor Sanni, we thank you and you are welcome. Let's clap for Professor Sanni. We thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
My own point is, I want to thank the task group. They've done very well to situate what started, which is purely deployment of all our available best technologies. And Dr. Abbas sum it up practically with the private sector that has bought into the basic start technology in DRC Congo, and they are mainstreaming straight to the outgoers and to also the more or less downstream sectors. And that should be the model in Sierra Leone. However, we're going to, next slide please. Number one is that apart from talking of our traditional food products, cassava is an important commodity for flour, for starch, for ethanol, even for oil drilling. It's a big business. It's just that we are here to maximize it. And we have just one woman. Next time when we have a meeting, we bring JBC to just like meeting. This is more or less a kind of very big investment now. The largest sorbitol in the whole of Africa is situated now in Southeast Starch, and is the second largest in the whole world. The first one is in Indonesia. So, and all getting cassava to produce starch and also ethanol. And the market is there. The off-takers are there to clean up the two products. The only strategy is the supply chain of the raw material. And that is where IITA has been strengthening Southeast Starch. If you do it well, the employment is there. The income opportunity is there. And also stabilization of our food security is there. But whatever we show you, if the disease is keep on coming, or you keep on getting one stem from Isata to George, you will not get that quality that will run that kind of a factory. And that is the essence of why we have basic. Tari, NLCRI in Nigeria, they have the released varieties. Slary has released varieties. But how can we now make your variety to move from the breeders to the private sectors? That is the essence of the basic that we do. And we started with this SH lab. Now we have the low production technology. If we are starting in Sierra Leone, we may not use SH. If we use SH, maybe it's the one in Jala is the one we just optimize and then move on with the pencil stem technology that will mass produce the stems that we need. I want to thank Dr. Abbas. He has explained this to you. Lawrence also explained this to you. But in our roadmap, the following are very important. How do you integrate breeding into the agronomy sectors in Sierra Leone? It's a separate component on its own. The second one is the strengthening the early generation seed enterprises. And the third one is the commercial seed sectors. The fourth one is the quality assurance, SLESCA. And the fifth one is where we talk of advocacy, capacity building, and so many things. Those are some of the nucleus that will come into the roadmap, which I expect that some of our thinkers will do. If we do it well, your plant must be like this. And for it to be like that, you will need to combine the good agronomic practices with 6 steps in weed management. Okay? Don't worry yourself, the slide is up here. The next slide I show to you is that now, because you are talking of business, you must make sure that you brand the name of the released varieties. Now we have this variety in Nigeria. Why? Because it's as tuberous as cheap aphrodisiac. And when you produce gari or fufu, you get more yield. So it took us almost 1 year working with stakeholders to describe, to do this, until they all came up with one uniform name and said this is Dixon. All right? So that was the first thing we did. Branding, naming of the variety is very important. The second one is what Dr. Abbas has just done, to request for some of us that will be willing to uptake those private technology we are saying, the private sector. If you have the private sectors now, we are going to document them and start to train them to do business cases of the seed business. So some of them may say, well, as for me, I want to own a cell lab alone, or I want to own a screen house for my own business. So it is our job to now link everybody, the value chain. We now move like that. So that is the second major one. Also, in Nigeria, we are testing Umuduke seed and IHA Go seed. We are testing them as a limited company to be able to see how they are going to be profitable and at what stage of the period would they actually break even in this business. In Sierra Leone, we may directly move straight away to issue of going straight to a situation where we are going to have the private sector that will actually be the owner of the early generation seed company. It may not be Slary in Sierra Leone. It may be private sector, just like they have done in DRC Congo. That one you see is purely private. They took the technology from IHA and they advance it immediately. Now, at the commercial level, when we are talking of seed producers, some of my colleagues have shown it. In Nigeria, we have 600, if not more now. There are some that we have not documented, but I know there are more that are commercial seed producers. And Benue Women Group are our star seed producers, either in Tanzania or in Nigeria. Because they move from about 2 hectares to 150 hectares now within 2.5 years. Women, yes. Now, we also, like I said, in Tanzania, quite a lot of energy and investment went into ensuring that we have free seed. Diagnostic, the slave car people, we have to be trained. And this is where you have to be good friend of Big Gate. Because, yeah, we have to give kudos to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation through our senior mentor, Lawrence Kent, who believe in us, that we can create opportunity for young Africans to be able to see. You definitely need proper training for quality assurance in Sierra Leone. That should be part of the roadmap if you are very smart. Now, look at it in Tanzania now. All those dots are where we have all the CSCs tracked online with the seed tracker. So we are going to have seed tracker here too. The same thing in Nigeria. And National Seed Council Nigeria has become another Jerusalem. All the new ministers must visit there. Because of investment of private individuals. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So that kind of capacity building we have to be done in Sierra Leone. It is when we do that we are sure that the varieties will be disease free, and you have the capacity to detect them and to arrest them immediately. Look at my mama; she's very happy because of the effort. That is it true that I can plant and there is no disease? Very, very happy. So that one is a section on its own. The last one is the issue of seed producers. And you already have the nucleus of people that will be formed as seed enterprise network in Sierra Leone. It's just for us to form you together, to give you proper training, business management training. That's why you have a Sahel consulting with us. All right? And definitely you will work with other private sectors in Sierra Leone and the trade unit. We have it also in Tazania. The website is there. Very, very effective. And lastly, advocacy and awareness. And I think Francis, Godwin, this has been our case. So, to assure quality supply, the researchers, we have done it in Nigeria and Tanzania. We have to do it in Sierra Leone. They must be guided and strengthened to release superior demand-driven varieties. The second one is the business-minded individuals must be recruited. We are not starting ground zero here. We have them here too. Now, just like we have done to the Quality Assurance Agency in Nigeria and Tanzania, we have to make sure that somebody is strengthened, that's SLECA, to assure quality of seeds that will flow in. The CSC are different classes, either basic or certified, or you want to have also quality declared seed here, you have opportunity to be strengthened. Commercialize at all levels is very important, and establish the structures. The seed network associations is very important, and regular interaction with the stakeholders. We are very lucky, my colleague, the Honorable Deputy Senior Minister is here. All of you have been introducing yourself. She also graduated from my university, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. So, and she will be able to also guide us to lead in this kind of policy dialogue here. And she's also a Cassava champion, like all of us. So, the point is, there is power in collaborating together. You see what we have displayed? Combined honor of almost 40 years of experience. That all of us have come together and just download to you free of charge, without charging. It's a power of collaboration. And we are doing it because of one individual who has mentored us, Chief Dixon. So, if you have spent 40-something years in Nigeria, now is the time for us to download it in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is very lucky because all the errors will not be transferred. You know what we are saying looks smooth, but I know several emails that Lawrence can bash at 2 a.m. Latif, I'm still not convinced of this data. So what we are presenting to you looks smooth, but it has been a long journey in co-creating, co-implementing. Cross-learning, we have learned, I've learned severally now since morning. Everybody must have open mind to learn. And also be ready to move and let other people create new models for this sustainable seed system. Thank you very much. Yeah, as usual, I want to thank Larry. I think Dr. Gallo is already there. We have some private sectors that Seriatech Secure Company, where are you? Please stand up. Let's clap for you. All of you stand up. I just like the way you came colorfully, and we thank you for attending this activity. Seed multiplication project team, they are also here. Please, we thank you for coming. Regional rice value chain team. Yeah, thank you for coming. Slides project, Sierra Leone agribusiness project. They are also here. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you.